everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Madhouse Podcast. My name is Maddie Smith. That's why it's called Madhouse, I guess. Someone commented, maybe don't do 6 minutes of plugs up top. I don't even know if you're funny yet. Bitch. I'll show you funny. So the Everything But the Ass tour is flowing and going. We are headed to Phoenix, Arizona this weekend, doing a few shows at the Desert Ridge Improv Comedy Club. After that, March 13th to 15th, I'll be in Washington, D.C. for 5 shows at the D.C. Improv. Then we're going to Denver, bunch of shows at Comedy Works. Then we're going one night in Chicago at the Den Theater. That's March 28th. Then I'm coming back to do a show in Hoboken randomly. I don't know, come out to that. That's March 30th. April 4th to 5th, we coming to Austin, Texas. Hello, Joe Rogan. I will not be at the Mothership. I will be at the Creek in the Cave. See you there. And then we're at Tulsa, Fort Collins, and Albuquerque to kick off my summer. Right now it's cold as frit in New York City. And that's pretty much it. You guys, we got Madhouse hats now for sale at maddysmithcomedy.com/merch. So check out my website, maddysmithcomedy.com for merch and tour tickets. I think that's it. Oh yeah, look at those hats. Ooh, look at those hats. They're cute as fuck. We got Madhouse koozies, Maddie Smith shirts. Grab them now. I will say, if you go to a live show, merch is cheaper at the shows than it is online. So maybe come to a show if you want to, or just come. Don't go to the show. Just come get the merch. That's it for me. We have a special guest in the house today, Shane Torres. He's got a special out on on YouTube called The Blue-Eyed Mexican. It was produced by Bert Kreischer, LOL. And he is a touring comedian. He's been around for a long time, and he is very insightful. We had a great talk about the state of comedy. We talked about how people put out way too many clips, as I am currently have 3 clips in the docket to post on my Instagram. So, listen, I recognize it's just part of the game. But don't you guys be coming and saying, Matt, you got clips. I know, okay? We're saying the state of comedy is interesting right now, all right? We talk about a lot of shit, and I also always act out blowjobs with my microphone. So stay tuned, and thank you guys, everyone, for listening every week. The podcast has been growing, and I really appreciate you being here with us, per usual, presented by Gas Digital. Stay tuned for Shane Torres.
Can someone please explain to me what the hell Guy Fieri ever did to anyone? Y'all know who I'm talking about, the celebrity chef? People shit on that dude all the time. And as far as I can tell, all he ever did was follow his dreams. Do you understand? People are horrible to a television personality, and he didn't do anything wrong. Here's what he did do, America. He started a company where he hires everybody. He pays more than minimum wage. He gives health benefits before he has to. He has a nonprofit where he gives pretzel making machines to schools so they can fundraise. I know that one sounds like I made it up, but I swear to Christ, it's true. He works with Special Olympics athletes, and if you need a little more sugar with this medicine, he also officiated a gay wedding. Yeah. But because he has flames on his shirt, everybody shits all over this dude like he's a member of Nickelback. And by the way, what the hell did Nickelback ever do?
Hey, everybody, welcome back to Madhouse.
One quick question. That was for fun, sorry.
And we have a guest today who's already starting in with some quips that we love.
Why is your voice changing so much?
Because I have to keep people engaged.
Oh, it's like a pitch shifter.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
So that they can say, "Wow, she's something." if I keep, that's my stand-up. You know what I mean? You say a punchline, and if you say a punchline, oh yeah, and that's why I might be gay. They're like, wow, she's funny.
Comedy really is in a brilliant place at the moment.
If I did all my stand-up in one voice, I would bomb.
Oh, no, it's not the voice. It was like, I always think it's funny because there is the pre-podcast voice that we all do.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, like, no, we should talk about that.
Yeah. And you're like, is it an hour?
And then it's all, This week is brought to you by Casper Mattress.
Welcome to the Bad House, everybody. I'm Maddie Smith. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's always so funny to me.
I know,
Like,
it is
it's
funny.
the most like
It is funny. Every
you
week.
immediately start seeing your friend be a little bit fake.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is
I know.
weird.
It's
Like,
hilarious.
Yeah.
And then the minute it's done, thanks. That was fun, dude.
And then I apply it to my brain. I'll be like, walk up, say you were talking to your producer, and you're just talking like this, and then you walk up and be like, "Hey, Shay," I'm like, she fucking is putting on airs for me.
Yeah, I'm a fake bitch.
No.
What do you want from me?
I don't think you're fake. You got cool wedding singer posters.
I know.
Yeah.
That's two of my favorite movies.
What's the what other one?
Right behind you is Austin Powers. And today we have Shane Torres.
Thank you so
You're welcome.
much. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Not at all. Shane
Yeah.
Torres is in the building, touring comedian. He's got a special out called Blue Eyed Mexican.
Thank you.
Blue Eyed Mexicano. And guess what, Shane? I wore my cowboy boots for you today.
Oh.
So they'll be making an appearance in the wide. Look at that.
They're green. They're lovely. Where'd you get these?
I got them online like a fraud.
Yeah.
But it's a good brand, Charlotte Stone.
And are they what's the material?
I don't know. Do you want to see?
Yes, I'll look at your.
I think they're.
Oh, it's like might be leather. I can't really tell.
It smells like leather. Like when they
Yeah.
came, they smelled like fry boots.
Yeah.
I have another pair that I bought in Nashville but they're a little too much. When I wear those, that's,
They're a little too much. What? I get
these are like an ankle, so these can get away with like.
Oh, you mean they're too high?
Yeah.
Okay.
The high boots.
Because
are-
I think these boots make a statement.
they do, but if you wear all black, it's like
Yeah. Yeah. No.
a little pop of color.
Little. Yes. No. Of course.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were saying these like they're a little too much. Your other pair of boots, and I was like, well, these make a pretty good statement.
You should see the other ones.
I would love
yeah.
to.
I'll bring them out.
Yeah, we'll do them on the next.
I'll
Can you get them before the end of the episode?
Yes, we certainly can. Can you go up to Astoria and grab my shoes? Thanks.
Yeah, I have
Thanks.
to go. I have to go there after this. So if you just want to show them to me off camera,
That
so,
sounds-
that sounds.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it
I
sounds
will.
awful. Like sounds like I'm an awful pervert. Also, that's what it's.
Are you a feet guy?
No. Well,
Uh,
I'm not into feet, but I was for a little while very into showing my feet on Instagram as like a.
yes.
Do you remember this?
As
it
a
was
bit.
yeah,
As a bit.
yeah,
I
yeah. It
remember
was very sarcastic.
I remember seeing your feet.
I called it Foot Friday,
Yes.
and I would call everyone, and I would like it would be them in the tub or them with like holding
Yeah.
a book with my feet,
Yep.
or
Classic.
or like, and then I would call everyone a bunch of tohos and ankle sluts.
Hilarious. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember seeing that and throwing up in my mouth a little bit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I think I might do that after this podcast.
Oh, wow. At least
Yeah.
it's not during. That's
yeah.
cute.
Well, it's camera. I'm not going to just let you, modify it for your Patreon or whatever the fuck. you're
Right.
doing.
You mean for my Gas Digital exclusive episodes?
Is this?
We don't do Patreon. We are on Gas Digital.
What does that even mean?
So it means that we have our own little site that Luis Gomez gets all the money from.
And you don't get any of it?
I think we're waiting on a payment.
Okay,
we're
well
waiting on that.
then I might show my feet if I
Yeah.
know the money's going to Lewis.
Yeah, definitely show feet.
Yeah, 'cause
Definitely
I-
show throwing up in the mouth. Totally worth it. Totally worth
Yeah.
it. Join the network. We're fun.
I do literally share a backyard.
I know.
With this place. So.
Yeah, I know.
That was an easy booking for you. I think that was
Yeah,
the
I'm like,
main
hey,
appeal.
can you come downstairs?
Yeah, pretty much. Like it's literally like I can see into the backyard from my backyard.
Shane, what's going on? Tell us everything. What's your life been like lately? I saw you last week at New York Comedy Club.
Oh, you did? Yeah, that's how we managed to
Yeah.
get this on the books.
Yeah.
Finally.
And I said, we want to do my podcast.
And I said,
Uh-huh. And you're touring around. Touring on the road a lot.
quite a bit.
Has the tour been good since you dropped your special?
Yeah, it's been going all right. Special was like well received, I think, and it was just always nice. Did you ever feel like you're gonna get something and it's gonna be like the thing that gets you over to the top to another level, and you're like, no, everything is a little bit incremental, and you just kind of keep pushing and pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm on Wild and Out.
yeah. What is that?
I'm on It's a show for black people. It's a show for black people. They show it
I don't
to-
think it airs in my neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't think it made it here. But when
I have seen you on there.
when I got on it, I thought, oh, I'm the next Pete Davidson. I'm the next
It's gonna
Lucky Day.
yeah.
No, it moved the needle a little bit.
but it's helped you.
It launched in some ways. And then, when I did a Don't Tell set, I did it around the time when Ralph Barboza did his.
Blew
So
up.
everyone was saying, oh, this is going to blah. Then
Yeah.
it came out a little bit more.
Yeah. It usually is that.
Started my podcast, thought it was going to explode, and it kind of just bubbled.
Is this the podcast?
This
one?
would be the podcast, that I'm referring to. Yeah.
Do you think you're gonna get that classic Shane Torres bump
I do. Yeah, I think you will move my needle a little
I don't
bit
know.
in the other direction.
Every time I do a podcast here at Gas Digital, I always get some wild DMs from people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. They're usually like, you were acting like such a fucking, insert slur.
I always get like, oh, you're coked up, annoying.
Did they say you're coked up and annoying?
Yeah. Yeah, like Maddie was too much this episode. Maddie needs to like at first when I started doing
like they're saying your name when they say this to you, like
more so the comments.
Okay,
I guess when I first started doing Lewis's show, R.I.P. Rap now Lewis and Zach.
Yeah.
They were like Maddie rules, but then there's always a turning point where they're like she's annoying. Another L
you
for
think
Maddie.
that's just the appetite the public has for anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
A little overexposure.
Yeah.
First time anyone hits the airwaves, we love you. I mean, look at Chapel Roan, and then kind of last year.
Oh, I met her.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Where?
She did SNL, and I was at the after party.
Oh, that's cool.
And I met her just briefly, and because I was I was there, and I go, how did that happen? Because I had no business talking to her. I wouldn't talk to a famous person at a party. I don't. At something like that, I would not.
When I'm at those things,
I'd say, hey, if they make.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody else. And they were like, "Hey," and then they said, "Hi, this is Shane," and that was it. I don't know that woman or anything like that. She's very little.
She's this big.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't. Maybe that sounds like I shouldn't. I don't care. I was struck at how slight she was. And then she has with all this charisma is oozing out of her. It's fucking bananas.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, she's this big. She wears big. At the Grammys, she wore a big pointy hat.
Oh, did she?
She's always wearing crazy outfits.
Yeah, yeah.
She's kind of like a Cyndi
She's got
Lauper
good style. Yeah.
Vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like, and this is not meant to be a joke. It's she has a lot of drag inspired aesthetic to some degree.
Does.
Yeah, yeah.
She came up definitely in the gay scene.
Did she?
Where
Okay.
She's from, yeah.
Yeah. Where's she from?
She's from the Midwest, so she always talks her thing is the Midwest
Huge.
American. Yeah, I know. Pick a state.
Her hold on. Her thing is what?
Her album was called Midwest American Princess or something.
Oh, okay.
And when she was 15 or something, she got signed by a record label. They fired her because she wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, I know. She moved home, and she's like, I'll give myself a year to maybe try again.
Yeah.
And then she made this latest album.
Good for her.
Yeah. And now, of course, every label is like.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. That was shockingly good.
You're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, good God.
Yeah. When I pantomime a BJ, I also include my techniques.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you do a grip and rip?
I do the double mouth, you know what I mean?
Good for
Audio
him.
shout out.
Yeah, I like that you're two-handing.
Oh yeah, you gotta do two hand, just as little mouth as possible. I'll do two-handed.
As little mouth as possible.
Yeah, I'll start with the all mouth, but then you got to add the hands to speed it up, because a full mouth is really.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
you got to add the hand to get that movement, but the hand plus the spit really has a guy saying Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Was that me? Was that?
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
I love when a guy's foot moves when I blow him. That's hilarious.
Go.
You're like,
show me how the foot moves.
Yeah, okay, I'll show you on my boots.
Yeah.
Okay, so
take them off. I want to see how this.
So he's like, oh.
That does happen. Yeah. It's like I'm going down the first hill of a roller coaster. That's your blowjob is like a sensual roller coaster.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on the Superman, or his toes will curl.
Yeah,
oh, that's so cute.
I'm definitely a toe curl guy. Yeah.
It's like my cat does that when I scratch her chin. One time I blew a guy so hard he did a jazz square.
Oh, jazz square. Good for him and you. Good for him and you.
I know, right?
Yeah. I feel like this episode's gonna do well.
Oh yeah, dude. I feel like it's one of those episodes where within 10 minutes, win of an episode.
We've been taping for under 10 minutes.
Yeah, under 10.
Oh, that's right. There's a count there.
Yeah, you can check it out there. Yeah,
it's good that any screen at this point is just an immediate deterrent to whatever I should be accomplishing. It's fucking. I have do you ever go into your email? You're like, I need to check this, and then you're splash page for the mail or whatever, and you're just like, oh my God, a Delta flight turned upside down.
Yeah, and then look at that.
And then you're like, get a text from your manager and they're like, "Hey, where the fuck is the email you were supposed to send me?"
Yeah,
And you went down, I went down a hole about the Delta flight flipping over in Toronto.
Always. Yeah, there's too many.
Yeah.
It's never open the email, do that one thing. It's open the email, you see another thing, you see.
I have to like say it out loud sometimes.
Yeah.
I have to go like, "You are doing this right now." Like I have to give myself another signal. Like,
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to say, email him back, email him back, email him back.
Yeah.
Or you go on, you ever go on an app and then you go to another app and then you're like, why did I go to this app?
Oh, so,
Like you walked into a room.
in a way that you would not believe. Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think you have ADHD or just?
I'm not into the habit of like self-diagnosing. I think people do that a lot. You know?
I think like with the screens, it's just a natural.
And it's for sure. Yeah, like I think it's kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? A catalyst for it.
Yeah, like everyone's panicking that they can't focus, but no one's talking about the fact that
we are happy not to focus.
Yeah, and we have the entire universe in our hands.
Yeah,
and any app can entertain you.
I go to the same dumb social media apps, the same dumb entertainment apps. Like it's not like I'm not getting the most out of the product in my hand.
Definitely not. No, I'm scrolling on Reddit.
Yeah,
a lot. I scroll on Reddit a lot.
I've never been on Reddit.
Really?
Yeah.
I
got told I had a subreddit for something, or I was on some subreddit.
Okay.
And then I think I went to it once or twice, but like, I look at it and it's so visually unappealing to me.
Okay,
like,
yeah, well, because there's words, so that's hard for you.
Do you honestly think you read more than me?
I
do not.
I read a lot of books.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Okay, what's the last book you read?
I'm currently reading 2 books.
Oh, wow. At the same time?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
You are? You do have ADHD.
I have them both open like a guy watching 2 football games at once.
That's the smart version of it?
Yeah. Right now I'm reading Silent Spring. It came out in the 60s. It was like the first sort of book that raised the alarms about environmental health.
Oh, I have heard of this book. I've not read it, but yeah.
And then it's it's pretty dated because all the stuff she's talking about.
But it is ahead of its time, and
yeah.
And
it's kind of easy to read. And it first got published a snippet of it in the New Yorker, so it was like, whoa!
Yeah,
people apparently had no idea.
It was an alerting news story that turned.
That
okay.
like blew people's minds because they were they blew people and their minds.
The New Yorker article used both hands.
Yeah. And I'm also reading a book called The Friend that Caroline gave me. That's a fiction book. It's a woman writing to a man that was her friend, but he committed suicide.
Is it good?
So it is good so far. Really? Yeah, it's kind of sad.
You gave it to her, but you haven't read it?
Yeah, we're always just passing.
I got
books
to
back
know
and
about
forth.
this habit because this is a thing that's very.
Dude, she goes to the bookstore, picks out a couple, and
read the back blurb.
Yeah,
I said,
sounds good. Happy
really
birthday.
good.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Are you reading anything right now?
Yeah, I just finished T-Shirt Swim Club, which is my buddy's book.
Okay.
Do you know Ian Carmel?
I've heard the name.
He was the head writer on Corden, and he was like the
Yes.
the Andy Richter on the show for
Okay.
a while. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
He wrote a book because he lost a bunch of weight, so it was like this interesting.
Okay. Kind of like a memoir.
Yeah, to some degree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I just finished Unboxing, which is kind of just Joyce Carol Oates was a big boxing fan. I'm a big boxing fan, so I finished that, and then
I heard that's good. I actually heard that's good.
Okay,
I'm not.
It's hard sometimes.
I know when I speak, it sounds snarky at all times.
Oh my God, you're shifting your voice again.
That was me genuinely saying, I heard that's good.
Yeah.
That wasn't, I heard that's good.
Yeah. And then I just finished Ask the Dust, which I guess is like a very heralded book about living in Los Angeles in like the 50s.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do you prefer nonfiction?
No, well, his Ask the Dust is like a piece of fiction. It's like semi-biographical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I go wherever. I just want to be interested. Yeah.
Me too.
I just listened to this book called The Last Action Heroes, which is about Hollywood obsessively making action movies in the 80s
cool.
and like all the stars. That was very fun.
That sounds good.
That was like the easiest thing to listen to. It was like great for flights and stuff.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So if you like those kind of dumb action movies.
I like those. I like that. I like the just found out Captain America came out this week. I don't know.
It's insane.
I'm not
I saw
receiving
the
the news
first
alerts
Iron
about
Man
them.
and I
Yeah.
don't think I've seen another one of those movies since.
I've seen one Avengers movie, and it was only because it was COVID, and I was sad.
Yeah.
And there
so
was
you needed
nothing
something.
to do.
Yeah.
Fine, throw on Avengers.
I remember during COVID, when it first started, I was like, if I go to bed at 5 p.m., I'll be up for less of the day. Like I was so depressed. Yeah.
Yep. I started counting calories for no reason.
Yeah.
I wasn't dieting. I was just counting my calories. one by one.
You kind of need something to occupy the
Yeah,
head. You
I
know?
started running a lot. I
Did
started
you?
running like 6 miles a day during COVID.
Do you still run?
No, I go to the gym. But I don't run outside. It took a whole hour and a half.
Yeah,
I'm
so
like,
I must
okay.
have, yeah, like, and
do
then you
another
actually got
mile.
endorphins. You got to feel good for a little
then I feel
bit.
good for like an hour, and then
Yeah.
you're back. You're like, oh wow, still COVID.
Yeah.
Still living with
Yeah.
my boyfriend.
yeah, and still just
yeah,
a constant news cycle.
constant news. Still trying to make content out of nowhere. God. Sad at home content.
I fucking
Me with my phone.
You know what's crazy? When you're out with a guy,
Captioning your front-facing videos. Waiting for stand-up to come back. Then stand-up came back, and it was just like a rush of like everyone trying to like just recreate their pre-stand-up, pre-COVID like
It
careers.
was an interesting.
It was like a rush.
Yeah, it was a real motherfucker. That
It
thing.
was a real motherfucker.
Yeah.
When you say
Were you here the whole time?
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
I was here the whole time, and then stand-up New York started doing shows in the park.
Yeah, that was huge.
Did all of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Definitely saw you there.
Yeah,
Definitely
there,
definitely
and
we
then
were there.
like rooftop shows.
Rooftops.
And,
Then winter came, and they were doing rooftops in the winter.
yeah, it got crazy.
It got crazy.
It's an interesting time to like think about how creative people had to be. Like, and I don't mean like necessarily what they were making, but how they had to make stuff. Like Sam did that documentary about, and then like Ian Abramson did like this fake SNL kind of
Yes.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there were like interesting people making interesting stuff,
It
and then
was
there was also
interesting,
people
yeah.
making very bad shit.
Absolute
They
garbage.
were like, guess this celebrity's home, and we're not.
Yeah,
They would just
yep.
like take an iPhone and go to somebody's bedroom.
Yep.
And you're like, well, there's a picture of Eddie Murphy on the wall, so that's probably it.
I don't know. Context lets
Yeah.
me know that maybe
Yeah. It was fucking
the late night hosts were doing it from their houses.
yeah.
Sarah Cooper just blew up because she was lip syncing Trump.
Oh yeah, isn't it weird? Like I don't know what she's doing now. I don't know her, and I'm not. But do you remember? Like I was thinking about this a lot. How quickly people become like this instantly famous thing now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then how whenever they're brought up again, there's always like an oh yeah, like
Yeah.
like there's like if I say the name Oliver Anthony, do you remember who that is?
Yep.
Yeah.
The guy.
Yeah. But like I don't think anyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that was a year ago.
Yeah. And his song
And it was
skyrocketed.
and everybody was like, "This is an anthem for
Yeah.
the right."
Yep.
And then you were like, and then he was like, "No, it's
Yeah,
not.
right.
Like it's about everyone."
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Now-
I guess that's like, I mean, sustaining that wave is probably what's really difficult.
Sustaining that is only a few people can do it.
Yeah, and also like easier to have one good joke than 10. You know, like
Yes,
like
it
you
is,
also like
yeah.
some people have a whole bunch of stuff that is good, and some people have one thing that's very catchy. Like,
Yes.
I mean, I thought that song was like, I mean, he's clearly super talented, but I didn't
Yeah.
listen to any of his other shit.
Me
you know?
neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, there's definitely been one-hit wonders throughout the years.
Yeah,
But
but
there's
I just
now
think it's.
one-hit wonders.
But I think
every
he'll
art
like,
form,
you know,
kind
we
of.
hear nothing about him now, and then
I
it's
know.
like you would have figured he'd been selling out like 5 shows at the Beacon
Yeah.
or something with the way as busy as he was.
I'm gonna guess he put that song out, and then all these managers, freaks, wanted to meet with him. Wanted to
It's the cannibalization
form him
of
into-
it's pretty quick.
Yeah, it's quick. And if you kind of form fit to what they say, okay,
Yeah.
sure, you can do it.
Hawk
if-
2 is another person like that that's
Yeah.
super famous right now, but
Yeah.
she's kind of gone underground for a
Oh
bit.
yeah. She did the whole crypto thing.
Yeah.
Sold all her coinage and then
Yeah.
disappeared for a few weeks and then came back on her podcast.
Is she back now?
She came back
I
with
saw-
some crypto guy, but it's totally like
But
Hoptua has the connotation of like flop.
Yes. Well, it's also like, why the fuck would you take her advice on that?
I know.
Like it's an
who bought
endorsement.
that?
She's not a knowledgeable person.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
you know, and that endorsements are like fine. People do them all the time. Like
Yeah.
I don't think fucking, you know, Michael Jordan really knows how Sprite is made, or whatever,
Yeah.
or whatever like beverage he. So endorsements are fun, but like it was a cash grab and it was shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
From what I can tell, but I also think it's fucking dumb for you to put your money into something like that.
Agreed. Why
Yeah.
did you do that?
Yeah, remember NFTs were such a big
Yes.
thing for a minute?
Yes. And now where are they?
More.
Little
I got asked to make one.
really?
Yeah.
And what do they want you to make?
They wanted me to do one of the Guy Fieri bit. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
And how would that work? Like a little
I
is it
couldn't
like-
quite figure it out, and that's why I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah, like it wasn't being explained to me in a way that made enough sense to like want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And then I was reading about how like the negatives of them is like I guess they're incredibly expensive like to store. Like it costs a lot of energy and stuff for to store
Yes.
these things. And I was like, and I mean it's not like I'm the most environmentally conscious person, but I was just like, well, this seems like bullshit, and this seems like a bad thing, you know. And
Yeah.
I guess me doing putting those two things together makes it seem like I probably didn't care that much about doing it anyways, or
Yeah,
want, you know,
exactly.
like I was just like, this is like bad, like you
Yeah,
know,
it's bad.
like, and I
Yeah.
also like, I think my integrity is worth a little more than the maybe few $1,000s someone would have paid
Yeah.
for this thing or
Yeah.
whatever, you know, like I don't know.
Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah,
That's
I guess
good that you have integrity.
But, yeah,
Some people don't.
I'm thinking of losing it.
Okay,
honestly.
yeah, I know.
I would love.
Every year I
Foot
get
Friday
in.
might be coming
Yo,
back.
bring back Foot Friday. Bring
Yeah.
back the toes. Bring back the toe hose.
Yeah, ankle skanks.
I sometimes feel that I have a hard, like I didn't sell merch until like 2 months ago because
Yeah,
I don't like
I mean, I've been
peddling stuff and
Yeah, I get it. I
making
sell
more stuff, and there's so much. I already have so much stuff.
and it's taxing to do
Yes.
after. You know, it's like
Yes, it is.
most people are wonderful and just want to take a picture and say thank you. I had a hard time with that too, but then I was just like, fucking, how many band shirts have I owned in my life?
True.
You
Yeah.
know, like I
Yeah.
kind of got over it. It was just like,
yeah, it's a little
make
bit.
it for a reasonable price, sell it for a reasonable price.
Make like a good product.
Yeah,
Don't make it
yeah,
all cheap.
Yeah, and like maybe, you know, try and do it in a pretty conscious way.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so I do shirts and pillowcases.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I do shirts,
Yeah.
and I worked with my friend to make them. So he's like he does Theo's merch, so he loves making merch. So it's
Yeah.
like kind of working with a little business,
Yeah, my
helping
buddy.
them out.
Yeah, that's my buddy Ryan prints my shirts.
Yeah. Do you ever do like a festival or something, and they give you a big box of crap, and you're like, I don't want this crap.
That stuff is like, it is like, yes, obviously, like I have literally 10 black hoodies in my closet right now from different comedy clubs and stuff. I love the black. I mean, like, obviously, I still dress like I run a fucking skate shop.
Right.
So, like, I love a black hoodie.
Welcome to Zoomies. How can I help you?
Yes. If things don't go well.
I still love a black hoodie. When I'm hopping on a flight, grab it.
Yeah.
But there is a point where I'm like, I got too much crap. My
Yeah.
apartment is overflowing.
Yeah, I think that's like a thing. A more industrious, like community-minded person might in our comedy community should probably be like, hey guys, I'm taking every bit of merch you guys don't want from anymore, and it's all going to shelters.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let's do a drive. It'll make content for people.
Yeah. Agreed.
And we can get all this, and
Yeah.
then. And then maybe we'll see like a homeless heroin addict
With
in
a Funny Bone
Ari,
shirt on.
yeah, with
Yeah.
an Ari Shaffir T-shirt on.
Hey,
it.
what you doing? You be tripping.
Yeah. It's just you might be a redneck hats on like a
Hilarious.
yeah
Yeah.
on a bunch of kids in South Africa
Yeah.
who are
Maddie Smith 2023 tour.
yeah. But I mean, it's nice income and it helps a lot.
Yeah, it's
too.
nice. I think like a little T-shirt is
And
fine.
it's nice to. It is so flattering. They want something too. Like
I know, but in my head, I'm like, the
it's
tickets
the
is already
negative.
so much. For
Yeah,
you.
that shit.
How
All,
could you
and
even
you got a
pay?
sitter and you paid
Yes.
for parking. And
in my head, I'm like, these bitches are already broke.
And I think the thing is, like, you had to. I'm rationalizing this to myself more and more now, and I think it is the right way to do. Is like if you give them the show they deserve that they paid for. If they want to buy something else, then that is wonderful, and it's on like, and you give them your time. You know, like
Agreed.
yeah, like, and you just don't sell them dog shit, but like you have to just give them the show they.
You have-
because
it
you're fucking
always
sick and
comes down to the
tired.
show.
You know,
Yeah.
like the road fucking is taxing as a motherfucker.
Bruh,
but if
it
you
fucking sucks.
yeah, like I love the stage.
Yeah.
Like it's my but
The show, I'm on stage.
yeah,
Let's
like
rock.
like
But every hour outside of that,
2 hours every night,
Yeah.
you know, and then like the travel and just like eating bad food and
Yep.
shit. Like it does. So I think if you can muster up to give them something new every time, and like this guy wore a shirt of mine and sat in the front row, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like I was
Yeah.
like, that's crazy that you thought that was okay.
right?
And it's also
funny.
like, no, it's not, you
Yes.
fucking asshole.
Yes,
like
no, it's
this
not.
guy came he liked you so much he bought a second ticket.
It's
prick.
crazy of you to be a
Yeah,
touring,
yeah.
trying to be a touring comedian.
Yeah, yes. And then I made him turn the shirt inside out. So-
Hilarious.
Yeah.
You get a clip out of that?
I probably did.
Always got to be thinking about clip, Shane. Shane, you always gotta be thinking about those clips.
How long have you been doing stand up?
8 years.
8 years?
Yep.
I truly feel this clip thing is like maybe the greatest detriment to like the art form.
I fully
like
agree.
I understand it's something that helps
Yeah,
too.
I recognize
But-
it as advertising.
But I see comics just clearly hunting for clips on stage.
You'll get to a club in New York City.
Nothing is spontaneous.
Nope. Show after comedian after comedian.
I fucking
Where you
hate
from
it.
in the back? And where you guys from in the
Yeah,
back?
like oh, they're from Dallas. Cowboy joke. Where'd you come up with that? You fucking suck.
Everything's big there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, and here's the thing. It is.
Farming.
Yes, it's bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's bad for the art form. People understand. The second time that happens to someone, they don't enjoy it as much. You know, like.
Yes.
And it's not, and it's like, it's never interesting questions. You
No,
know, like.
no, yeah.
You know, some people can like churn it out a little bit. Like, there's talented people that can do it well, but.
Right. But for the most
like,
part, like when I started
it's
comedy, it
so
was like
bad.
it's so bad. When I started comedy, it was the host does. I only got a few years of non-clip comedy, but it would be
It's crazy. Yeah.
the norm used to be the host does the crowd work and blah, blah, blah. Everyone else doesn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Because the host does that.
I fucking saw this kid last night, and he was just like not interested in just trying to get a clip.
Mm-hmm.
I was fucking fuming. I was like talking to my buddy, and I was like, I fucking hate this.
Yes.
This is awful. Like, I was like, what the fuck is he? He's not even trying hard to
Yeah.
get a clip.
Right.
You know, like,
right.
get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out
and he's
of
a comic
here.
I've seen do well.
Right,
Like, and, you know,
yes,
like,
yeah.
that's fucking infuriating.
That
And then
pisses
I
me
have
off.
to go clean up your fucking turd off the
Yeah,
stage.
I got to go up there with a broom.
Yeah.
Fuck
like,
you.
It is shitty.
It is shitty to follow that.
Yeah. This is the Madhouse, by the way, with Maddie Smith.
Welcome to the Madhouse, and we are ranting
Well,
currently
I don't know
about
what
the state
normally
of
happens
comedy.
on this podcast, but
This is pretty- yeah, we just shoot the
I don't
shit.
know, I don't know if this is fun for your listeners
This
or
is
not.
oh, dude, they
Hey,
love it.
are you gonna
yeah.
get that?
Yeah, 1 second, hold on.
Thanks.
Hello.
Yeah.
No way.
Maddie.
Yeah.
This is the head of YouTube,
Oh, hey, how are you?
Bill Tube.
Hey, Bill, how are you? I haven't talked to you in a while.
We have an interesting opportunity for you.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
If you
Bill, is that Tube? Is that you?
even on the phone calls, you have to pitch your voice shift.
Right, yes, I totally get that.
Yes.
I totally get that.
Mr. Tube, do we have an opportunity coming in?
You most certainly.
And what would
do.
it involve?
It would involve you uploading 4 to 5 clips an hour
Okay,
for 24 days straight.
24 days straight.
And of those 24 days, the 24 hours in those 24 days,
Yeah.
I need you to be uploading every other hour. So it's 12 hours a day, 4 to 5 clips a day for 24 days straight.
Okay.
And you have to do it in Black History Month. And I want all line towing material. Like, you know,
Yeah,
I
I'll
really
start
want
pushing buttons. Yeah.
yeah.
For sure.
And if you do that,
Mhm.
you will gain 100 YouTube followers.
100 YouTube followers.
Could you give it all away?
I'm certainly in, Mr. Tube. I can start right away.
All right, so I'll have my people be in touch.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Tube.
And by the way,
Yes, Mr. Tube.
this call never happened.
Oh, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Sorry, that was YouTube.
It's fine. Did you take your?
That was
your-
YouTube.
I don't.
I have to go. I got to go make
Oh,
clips.
so you got to go make 1,000
yeah,
clips.
1,000 clips so I can get 100 new followers.
God damn it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. What's like
like what's making you feel good about comedy? Like, is there?
what's making me feel good is just really focusing on my act more
Yeah,
than anything
good.
else, writing more than ever before.
Hey.
Kind of like I'm looking forward. I've been on the road for a couple years now, so I think this might be the year that I film a 30-minute special. I
That's
think.
great.
And I'm looking forward to the other side of that because I'm dumping a lot of my,
Tried and true, kind of like
yeah,
you're,
my kind of like
the stuff you know that's cooked.
the cook stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That I know it works every time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a lot of sex stuff, so I'm ready to be on the other side of
Yeah,
that.
that's a lot. That's
Graduate
another
a
thing. A
little
lot
bit.
of people, too much sex shit
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
subject matter for like.
And it's easy.
Yeah, and it's just, I just, it's such a fucking like eject button from
Yes.
me for listening, like most of the time.
Yeah.
You know,
I like when I write something new these days and it's like not necessarily clean, but like not sex.
yes,
Not dating,
yeah,
not
yeah.
sex.
Yeah,
And-
you have to move away from that,
Yeah. So I have to,
or
I
just
try,
some
like,
kind of angle
every
that's
day.
valuable. In it.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Like, what am I offering?
yeah.
So that's what I'm excited about, kind of leveling up a little bit.
Good for you.
In my,
Yeah,
in what I'm saying
yeah.
and what my upbringing was like, and like
A little more, like, for
you-
lack of it sounding cliche, a little more personal and
yeah,
less, yeah,
and realizing like, you look at Soder and Shane, and they talk about their family, but you wouldn't consider them family comedians.
No, they're
so,
they're
like-
just doing good stuff. Yeah, yeah.
So like talking about like stuff with my mom more and stuff that maybe I didn't think was
And
unique.
it's also
but it
good
is
because now
unique.
you're like you have better chops and fundamentals than you did 6 to 7
Yeah.
years ago or
Yeah.
whatever it was when you so like you have the ability to move into that place more. I think comedy is that way forever. Like
Yes.
that, you know,
Yeah.
like I have so many bits I come back to that I can be like, I can do this right now.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
You have stuff you wrote down years
Yeah,
ago like
yeah.
this, and they're like, "Wow, that's a crazy existential thought. Let's build on that
Yeah,
now." That
and then when you see
know-
like I'll take stuff to like a new a show, like a like a workout material show, and like I had this bit that I was trying to get to go for years, and I still don't have it right. And I would leave it and come back to it, but I did it at Costa's show, and he goes that premise. He goes, it's like you like you can go forever.
Yeah,
and I was like, I
that's
thank
awesome.
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then he gave me, he's like, you could do it with this, and I go, that's a really good one. You know,
Yeah.
like so like
Yeah.
and now I have the chops to go like take his suggestion
Yes.
and not just say something, but like
Like
fucking
expand,
stretch it out.
stretch,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Versus
then for me
one
I cut it down
punchline.
because
Yeah.
I take it out about as far as I can go.
Yeah.
And then it's ta 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 ta. Like
That's what I like. We were watching last week. We watched Aries Spears, the deaf comedy jam in the
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Aries went up and Tommy Davison, and
I've worked with
watching
both of
them.
them.
Yeah,
I'm an interesting pairing for them as an opener.
yeah, that is an interesting combo.
Yeah.
But I like how they just so many different ways to do things.
Yes, yeah.
Voices and running around.
Yeah, they
and, like,
use both of
movement.
those guys are guys who use the tools.
Yes.
Yeah, like
And
yeah.
I have tool, like I can sing, I can
You can do those
all
things,
sorts
yeah.
so like expanding more, goofing up a little bit, like getting more goofy.
Yeah, and
like
like
using
use-
the whole stage
yeah.
and getting more creative.
Good for you.
Which will help when
Yeah.
I put out this crap that I'm done with.
Yeah.
You know.
When are you gonna do it?
Well, I just got a new agent, so I'm
Congratulations.
looking to hopefully have it out by the summer or at least done by the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So I
yeah.
probably will end up doing self-produced.
That's
because-
cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, where would you
Yeah.
do you want to do it here in the city?
I think I would do it on one of my existing tour dates.
Oh, and just tape it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get a few camera
Smart.
guys, throw a curtain on the back
Yeah,
of
you
the
do it in a
stage.
good city.
Yeah.
It's like
I have Denver coming up, DC Improv.
that's yeah.
Two great cities. Even like the small rooms, even like Looney Bin Tulsa has like a corner stage, flat, low ceilings.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean,
these smaller rooms.
I've
are,
never
are
fucked with
great.
that route, but yeah. And then it's just a matter of like finding the right people to shoot it in that place. If you're like
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
bringing them with you or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And that'll be fun. And yeah, just focusing on like everything, only just the stand up, and everything around it is
And,
just
like yeah, and like this
administrative
is
stuff
fun or
during the
whatever.
week.
Like
yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and this is like obviously like another like this is like clips. This is like another billboard for your tour and your
Yeah,
act.
exactly.
Yeah,
it all
but-
feeds into each other.
Yeah, but it is even like podcasting is like it has like a
Yeah.
is like very loaded. And
Yes, it
yeah, and
is.
I'm like
It's very loud.
I just want to see someone do an interesting thing. You
It's-
know,
I
like
know.
like
It's,
that's why like I think as big as comedy is right now, there is some and as irritated as I get with some of the stuff I see, there's always a backlash to everything. Like whether it's a very good artistic stage where people feel left out,
Mm-hmm.
or what I would consider to, like pop was an alternative to grunge after a while. Like it
Yes.
kind of like
Yeah.
it always it's like not even bad or good. It is just taste becomes dominant again
Yeah.
in some
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Emo. When
Yeah.
I was in middle school, emo
Yeah,
was
well, and
huge.
alt comedy is not as it's not the blossoming of rose it was
Yeah.
like 10 years ago.
I know.
You know, like so.
Yep. When I started, it was like, oh, the Brooklyn scene is
Yeah, yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Wyatt
And it
Cenac,
was.
Night Train.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah,
Huge.
yeah, and it was,
Yeah.
and it truly was. But it is, and the clubs were big then too. But like like these things dip and go and
Yeah.
come back. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right now, I would say the forefront of comedy is edgy, sort of.
You mean what's popular when you say
Right,
forefront?
Yeah. Kill Tony
Yeah, I mean, there's no denying what's popular.
type of drop down menu of like Jew jokes and
Yeah, like I mean, there's no denying what's popular right now is like
yeah.
button pushing stuff and like boundary pushing stuff, and some of it is good, and I think most of it's shit. Like
Yeah.
I really do. I think most of it's shit, but there is people who do that stuff well. But
Yeah,
it's
of
a
course.
rarity,
Yeah.
and it's also a harder horse to ride. So
Yes.
like you shouldn't think you're doing it well 2 years in if you're like I'm going to be an edgy comic. That's how I feel, and that's what I creatively
Right.
feel like. If that's what you want to do, that's great. but I don't think it's hard to do well with a creative thing. You can't just call someone the F word or say these words and be like, that's the joke, which is
Right.
what I see a lot.
It's kind of like
I saw one that was just like, I was at the grocery store and this cashier was a fucking, and then they just
Yeah.
said the R word and I was like,
right. What
this
are we
is
doing?
this is the act?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what are we
like,
doing?
and
It's like almost like roast battle, but you're just on stage by yourself. It's
yeah,
that's
yeah,
sort of like
that tone of like,
set
at least
up-
roast battle has like a few layers to it though.
Right,
Like,
I
you know,
know.
like you're saying about another person and you're trading punches.
Exactly.
You know, like,
We'll come back and
yeah,
stuff.
and there's some like, and it requires some joke writing because like at roast battle, you can't just call someone
yes.
a
You have
slur
to be
or whatever.
artful about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
You have to. There has to be something that like
Yeah.
is
Agreed.
yeah. Even like a clever pun will eat shit at
Yeah.
at roast battle because they'll be like, "That's the best." You
Yeah.
got.
Like, oh, come on.
Yeah. Like so I saw Harrison was like going up against Mike Lawrence, who was awesome, and Harrison's awesome. I love them both, but this was years ago, and Harrison's a magician.
Yes. we
And
know.
Mike called him. He did a pun, a gay pun, cadabra. Yeah, you can get,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like, and it was like, and it landed. The
Yeah.
joke landed, and it was funny, and it had artistic merit. But Harrison just goes, "You're gonna start with a pun," like, and like that was better than
Yes.
like that like kind of like landed harder because it was just like because
Yes.
Mike is a hardcore joke writer who's
Yes, he
great,
is. Yes, he is.
and he's like, and it is like, and the joke worked,
right.
but it was like
Yeah.
it wasn't a side, and it was just like one of these things of like, and then Mike like, and I think like just, I think he might have lost that one. I could be wrong, but then he ended up winning the roast battle whole thing,
Okay,
like
yeah.
like
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
year. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
so like anything can be done. I just want it to actually work half the time.
Yes.
You're like, as opposed to being told it work. Like,
Agreed. Yeah.
like the you don't get it shit. Like when people tell me I don't get something, I'm like,
I'm reading a lot of books.
yeah.
I don't get it.
I'm sorry I got on my high horse.
Do you
there
know
for a
who
sec.
Joyce Carol Oates is?
Yeah, good
I know,
kisser.
bitch. You said I didn't
Good
read.
kisser, Joyce Carol.
I'm still thinking about that. I've been thinking about that for the last 30 minutes.
The reading
That
thing.
you said I don't read. Shook to my core.
You're not.
You should come over. I have books galore.
I'm not coming over.
Well, I want you to. I'll crack my book for you.
Jesus,
Like,
Mary
yeah.
and Joseph.
Get that spine fucking twisted.
How-
Of the
how-
book. Of the
of the
book.
book. Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know?
Excuse me.
Ruffle my case. Uh-oh. We in the madhouse. Can you tell me your comedy origin story?
Yes. What? Hold on. Let me. Boner.
Love the sounds of that. Because you're from Dallas.
I'm from Fort Worth. Yeah. So next door.
Fort Worth,
Yeah,
yes. And then you ended up in Portland. How?
I really. I've told this on other podcasts. So I'll give you the very abridged version.
Okay.
But like, I was bartending. It was a couple years after I'd graduated high school, and I was like kind of in and out of college. So I was just like, fuck this. I felt myself becoming a drunk, like, you know,
Okay,
like, and I was
yeah.
like, and I worked with an older bartender who was an alcoholic, and he had a seizure behind the bar because he drank so much.
Okay. And it scared you?
It scared the shit out of me. I had to stuff a bar towel in his mouth so he wouldn't bite his tongue
Oh
off.
my God.
Yeah.
And you were like looking into the future.
A little bit. It scared the shit out of me.
could've
So
been
like
you,
I
yeah.
sold all my shit and I got in my car and I was like, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get out of here. And I went for the West Coast and I was gonna finish my degree in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of just, I did not plan it well, and it was like just not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I didn't plan. So I bounced around California for a few months between San Diego and San Francisco, and I lived in both for like very briefly. And then I went up to Portland. And I had an old friend up there, and she was like, "You'll like it here. It rains all the time. Everyone's depressed. You'll
Yeah.
fit it. You'll fit in.
Everyone's weird.
Lots of books.
The bitches have hairy armpits.
Yeah.
And what was that, 2010 or something?
When was that? A little before. I don't know the exact amount of time I've been gone,
Okay.
but around then,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe a little before. But and then about maybe a year or two in, I was bartending and drinking too much there.
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
I just moved
Yeah.
to do the same thing for a
Yeah.
little while. And
Fuck
then
a
I was
seizure.
and then I was like, I gotta, but the comedy scene there was like very alty, and I went to a show one night. I was like, this is amazing. You know, like I had a Friday night off, which I never did. So I was like, this will be, and I was just like walking around this neighborhood I lived in, and I was like, oh, all right. Went to the show, and they were amazing. And then I kind of was like, I'd always watched this, like I really had been in love with it, but there was
Yeah.
just no place for me to start in Fort Worth,
Yes.
like that I knew of.
Not
yeah.
back then, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then it just kind of kept moving forward, and I just fell in
Yeah.
love with it. Yeah. Like,
Cool.
yeah, very
When did
quick.
you move to New York?
It's been. I'm in my 10th year now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, 2015 or something.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So, god damn. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I moved here in 2015.
We've been here the same amount of time.
Yeah, that's crazy. The first time I saw you, I
So-
thought you were here years.
No.
You just moved there.
Well, that's interesting. So, were you here before you started stand up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved down here for a job.
What
I
was the gig?
graduated college in 2014.
Where'd you go to school?
Upstate New York, a school up there, a SUNY school.
Okay.
SUNY Geneseo, a little liberal arts school.
Yeah.
I worked for a year upstate at a nonprofit selling fruits and vegetables to poor people because I thought I wanted.
Why didn't you sell it? Why didn't you just give it to them?
Bro, because they need to work for what they
That's
get.
right, and it's Trump's America.
That's right. No,
Yeah.
we did this.
She's burning that book she gave you.
We had this program where you could we bought fruits and vegetables wholesale, so we sold them for super cheap for unsnap benefits.
Okay.
So it was like higher
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
Higher quality in like a food pantry.
Yeah.
We went out. In
I
this truck-
volunteered at a food pantry for a
Word.
couple of years in
Yeah.
Portland. Yeah.
Yeah. So you get it. You know.
Yeah, like my friend ran it, who I knew through comedy, and we would go there. And
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, because I thought I wanted to work in public health.
Yeah.
Or you remember remember when like the locavore movement was huge? Michael Pollan.
Oh, like, yeah.
Everyone was talking about eat local, eat local.
Yeah.
So I was all into food systems, food
Yeah.
justice.
Do you I think I have one of his books, but I haven't
His book is The Omnivore's Dilemma.
the-
And then there's a couple. And lately he's been talking about psychedelics and stuff.
is Michael Pollan the one like his slogan was like eat food,
Yeah, he
mostly
always said-
vegetables, not too much?
yeah, he's like,
yeah.
Eat some, mostly plants.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
too much.
Yeah. That's
Eat real food or something like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have his book and I read part of it and I kind of was like,
You get it.
yeah, well, it's like, yeah, and it's like a school of thought and a process and like, yeah, like,
The Omnivore's Dilemma was like the biggest one. Like,
Yeah.
Very academic.
yeah.
Going out, visiting, different kinds of farming, different ways.
Do you still, even though you don't work in that field, do you still practice some of that?
No, I mean, I would say, well, yeah. I'm pretty healthful eater. I
Yeah?
cook and stuff.
You cook it.
I
you
do minimal. I don't eat a ton of meat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty aware of, processed foods and
Yeah,
stuff like
I'm
that.
better at that than I ever have been,
Mhm.
but I have to do meal prep, and then like even then it's like if I get 6 meals worth of meal prep in a week, like I'm like pretty happy, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
and that's not like I mean I'm gone all the time too, so
Yeah.
like
So,
it's about as much as I can do. Like
Mhm.
Monday through Wednesday, I usually have 6 of my 9 meals at home. I would say,
Nice. That's
yeah,
great.
yeah,
That's great.
like,
Yeah.
and then the rest of it's like. One meal is dinner is typically out of the house
Yeah.
because of
You're
the way
out.
we live, and
Yeah.
then Thursday through Saturday
Fuck it.
is like
We're doing nachos.
not even that so much as like it's not meal prep, and it's like about as like sometimes it's as healthy as I can be, and then sometimes I am a fucking piglet.
Bruh, sometimes you're on the road and you're like, food is all I have.
Yeah,
And I'm
especially if
trying
you're
to-
not like I'm trying not to drink so much anymore, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I love alcohol.
Yeah.
Like,
I quit a year ago and
Hey,
I
good for you.
love alcohol.
yeah.
Thank you. I
Are you
appreciate
you
it.
your intention to stay off of it?
My intention is to I want to come back more alcohol neutral and not have it
Be the thing that you do.
see if I can go to a party and have a couple beers and not have it go escalate to 15.
Yeah.
within an hour.
Like binge it. Yeah.
I used to binge eat. I used to binge eat a lot, and
Oh,
now my
really?
relationship with food is pretty neutral. I'm pretty neutral about food.
Yeah.
I don't think about it as much as I used to. So I hope I can be that way with alcohol. And I do feel like if I drink again, it won't feel as good as I'm remembering it feeling.
Yeah.
But I don't
Well, it's like
know.
I just want to enjoy it for a reason, as
Yeah.
opposed to being habitually doing it most of the
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Like, because like I mean, trust me, I love walking home from the cellar, and then like Mad Dog's like, "Do you want to get one martini somewhere?"
Yeah.
And like in the
Love.
mid, it's the most romantic
Love.
thing in
Yes,
this
it
way
is.
of like I'm in this city, I have a pocket full of money,
Yep.
because I did the best
Did a
club in the
couple
world,
shows.
yeah, like, and I'm with
Saw
somebody I
people.
love
Yep.
that I care about, and we can bullshit and talk about our
Yeah.
jobs,
Yeah.
and like this bar is good, and the bartender always plays great music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah,
That
and
sounds
that's
great.
where I'm trying to be with it most of
Yes,
the time.
that
You know,
sounds
like
great.
in the cat, if I know I'm gonna go out to an event, whatever. Sometimes I'm like, you're probably gonna get bombed tonight, and that's fine. Like,
yeah.
yeah, but like, yeah, most of it is just like it's just so like, well, I'm here, I might as well have 3 drinks, and you're like,
Yes.
well, that's about 60 grams of sugar, which you've never thought in that way before, but now that's
Yeah,
a
I know.
shitload.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know. Or like I realized alcohol for me made other people tolerable to me,
dog.
and so
And then just don't be around the people you can't
don't be
tolerate.
around, just don't be around them. Why would I drink that?
Which is so funny. We're having this conversation because I got so drunk with you.
Yeah, but that in Amsterdam, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was
wild.
wild.
Yeah,
Damn, we did one day of just
that was crazy.
drinking from. We started at 11 a.m.
Well, I did that for a month.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I went to Australia.
Oh, you did. Oh, you
So-
did do the run.
So
Yeah,
been
yeah.
there,
Yeah.
Been there, and Australia. After I went, I think that might have been when I quit drinking. After that,
Really, like
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
At least I think it was May.
I didn't quit for a while.
It was like 2023, I think, and then the rest of the year I was like kind of blacking out still, and then the following January I quit.
Yeah.
Because
So you're a bit
Australia
over-
was very eye opening going out.
You're a bit over a
with it.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I blacked out so much.
Yeah. And
on
it's like
those.
I don't like that kind of shit. Like I don't even mind like a blackout, but just going so hard for a month, like
Yeah.
I do mind a blackout, but like I mean like that kind of barrage of doing it for a month straight is
Yes.
like what is really truly like
It's
scary.
Scary.
Yeah. And I
It's-
wasn't blacked out the whole time in that tour, but I was
Right.
like there was like I remember one night I was like I'm cashing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
and it's like I'm not gonna feel good till I get home.
yeah,
and-
and the food you're eating is just all salty
Yep.
and stuff,
And you feel fat as fuck.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then you hate yourself.
Yes,
and
then
then-
you have more drinks to combat
And then
that.
you had
yeah.
no drinks to feel numb.
But that was
And-
fucking what this. Maddie and I were in Amsterdam.
Yeah, we did
on the Burt
it was
tour.
Like a 2-day.
Yeah, and we did the show.
Yeah.
But then we were in the red light district. No one had sex with anyone.
No.
And then we were all like just bombed out of our minds.
Bombed because we had
And then-
I had shrooms too.
Yeah, and E from Entourage was with us.
Yes, Kevin Connolly.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Kevin Connolly shows up.
Yeah, and I was just like,
This big.
yeah, so sweet.
And KFC Barstool was there.
Yeah. Yes,
the
the Barstool
fuck?
guys were there.
Most random crew ever.
Yeah, and we were like, and me and Smalls. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bert and Lacey and Pete.
Because you guys went out to the banana thing.
Yeah, we went to we went to a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
a sex show
the
or
girls
what?
stayed behind. All the guys went to the banana
Yeah,
show.
yeah, but that was the second time we went.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
we
guys
went like the day before,
'cause
2
you
days
did the
before.
whole Winston Churchill thing.
Yeah.
And
Well, like that was fucking. I think strip clubs are fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's when I would go to one. Like in that kind of event and space.
Me too. Yeah. You're there.
Yeah, like let's bachelor party, that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I did host the Exotic Dancer Awards last year.
Dude, Ralph from Gas just said he's gonna have me go to the adult film convention. All good.
Yeah.
All good.
So I'm trying. I don't want people to be like, "That's fucking bullshit."
Oh,
I saw. Yeah.
I mean, I just talked about clips, and I go to my Instagram.
Yeah. But somebody bought me a dance, and I was like, I don't want to do it, and they were like, go, and I can't remember who it was. Someone bought me a dance, and then the woman was just like, you can touch this and this. And I was like, I don't want to touch any of you.
Yeah, pass.
And I was very shocked because I was also, my anxiety was through the roof because I'd been partying so much.
Yep,
And
yeah.
I was very my anxiety was very high at that point in the trip. And then it also was like dipping. It was crazy because like there would be days where I was dry out for a couple of days and I'd be like, I think I can have a fucking bunch of drinks tonight.
Yeah.
And then I was like not touching her and she was like, you're not having fun. And I go, no, this is not your, I was like, you're beautiful, which is something you should never say to a dancer.
Yeah.
Like, even if they are, it's not, it just makes you seem
Yeah.
like,
You're so pretty.
yeah. I wasn't, but she was like, because she was like, do you not like me? And I go, no, you're beautiful. And then she was just like, big boy, so shy. And she just grabbed my dick.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was just like, hey, that feels good.
Wait.
But bad.
Hey, don't wait, dude.
Yeah. And she just grabbed my cock through my jeans. And I was like, what? And then she just started fucking palming it and stuff. Like, she was like,
damn.
yeah. I got to call her. But it was like one of those things that was so like aggressive, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm just not that dude."
Yeah.
But it was so much fucking fun too. The whole trip, like I couldn't. It was crazy. Amsterdam's like
I need to go back.
I
loved
am
it.
going back this year.
You are?
Yeah.
You're gonna do shows?
I'm gonna do a show. I have a friend who lives there. Was a comic from here, and I'm gonna go over and with another comic, and we'll hang with her, and then like I'm gonna kind of do it where there's some bands playing I want to see and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I want to go back. I love Europe. I feel like there's.
it was so beautiful. Like,
so
it really
beautiful.
does like live up to the hype. And by the
Yeah.
way, we were getting to experience it in a way that is fucking insane.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
We say this hotel we were at.
It was
and
so pretty. All that
nuts.
stuff was like, yeah. So like it was. Bert was so generous. It was
Yes.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And we got paid. Like,
Yeah.
which was also nuts.
Right.
To do a trip like that and make money. It's crazy.
I know it is.
Uh,
I love Europe because I love Amsterdam because it's 2 a.m. You can go for a little smoke in a cafe.
Yeah, it's
People are
very
just chatting, like social.
and it's not like necessarily a party scene.
Right,
Like you
yeah.
can do that, obviously.
can, or you can just sit with your friends and
yeah,
talk.
And and that's part. It's kind of like New York has that in some ways
little
with like
bit, yeah,
bars.
yeah,
Like you
yeah.
can do it in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish there was more like late night cafes to sit and chat.
I feel like pre-COVID there was just a world of that stuff. Here.
Yeah, way
like
more.
or something. They were always
Yeah.
opening one of them
Yeah.
somewhere.
I know.
But then like COVID killed a lot of the diners and stuff
I
like
know.
that. Yeah.
Queens, the Neptune Diner closed.
Are you out in Queens?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad. Love a diner.
Yeah. I live like right over there, and it's the worst diner, but Remedy. Mm-hmm. I go there like it's not that it's bad. It's that it's so fucking expensive.
Yes.
And the service is bad in a way, like and the toilets. It looks like a shit bomb went off in every single one of them. They're like single occupancy stalls, which is usually a great sign in the city for a shit.
Rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is crazy. It's like the bottom of a ship that brought pilgrims over here.
Yeah.
Like it is
I'll
disgusting.
tell you this, a Reuben goes right through me.
Yeah.
So
You get a turkey burger and it's $38.
I know. I hate that.
And you're like,
Hate
no.
that.
And I feel like they're just capitalizing on.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for anyone who's just, I'll go to this little diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took my nephew there when he came to visit, and it
Okay.
was like, he was like, "This is the coolest place."
Oh, it's a sick.
Yeah, he's like,
New
12.
York diner.
Yeah, he was very thrilled that you could get up.
Yes.
I was like, we were up just like, he came to shows at the Cellar. He's like little, but we snuck him in.
Oh, he's underage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, not the Cellar. Beep that. I don't think anyone will care. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think anyone will care.
Yeah, but
The schmella.
yeah, but and he was like, that was so fun. And then we like went and came back to the house, and we were just chilling out, like watching TV or something. And I was like, "You hungry?" He goes, "Yeah, a little." And then it was like 1 a.m. and we just went and got like burgers and had CARY. Like
So
it was
fun.
for a 12-year-old, like that's
Yeah.
the coolest thing. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, and he was just like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, look at all these people taking pisses in the street."
Yeah, it's sick, isn't
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
What's your family like? Are they, do they love your comedy? Or do
I
they say
I don't.
Shane's too big town for us?
No, I think they think I'm good at it, but I don't know if I'm the cup of tea for them. I think they see
Okay,
and it's just my brothers. Like
Yeah.
everyone else is dead.
Oh,
Oh.
I apologize.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's fine.
So your bros.
Yeah. So I have two brothers and then my brothers have my older brother has 4 kids and my younger brother has a baby on the way. So
Okay,
like
so you're one of 3.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. And then I have cousins in Ireland and
Oh.
my mom was from Ireland.
Oh, yes, I saw. Oh, there's a little Irish in you.
Yeah, quite
Oh,
a bit.
little
Yeah,
Shane
yeah.
Torres.
Are you Irish?
Yes, I am.
You look every bit of
Can
it.
you believe it?
You look
See
every.
this?
Yeah. Well, we actually we're both. Do you have freckles
Yeah.
on the arm? Yeah.
Yep.
I
Lots
used to
of
be
freckles.
fucking so embarrassed of my freckles,
Yeah.
and I used to have them like
You had a lot of, growing up, you had a lot of freckles.
all over my
Oh,
fucking
so cute.
all over my face.
So cute.
And this fucking kid.
Oh yeah, in Texas, I bet they beat your ass for that shit.
Yeah, well, I was a pretty thick kid. But there
they
was this
tried.
kid, like, there was this there was this kid he was like a foreign exchange student, and not foreign exchange, but like he had immigrated from Korea, I think,
Okay.
and his name was Michael Wu. I don't know where he was from, but he had a very thick accent, and he was a dick.
And he made fun of your freckles.
He was like, "You have spots on your face."
Oh.
And he was like laughing. It was fucking crazy. He was
Michael?
just like, and he was like yelling it like
Oh
as
my
a
God.
like as he was like, "You have spots on your face."
On your face.
Yeah, and it was like he had this thick, and I was just like, it was like a David Lynch film or something. You know, like
Yeah.
it was like so fucking crazy what he was yelling, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Is this?"
There's spots
Like
on your face.
I remember being mad, but not threatened like by a bully, like feeling like a bully was going to beat my ass.
You were
Yeah,
like, well, I know your real name's not Michael.
yeah,
So what are you gonna do, bitch?
yeah. That's a very funny thing to say.
Yes, this motherfucker's not named Michael.
But I remember, so I was like very embarrassed of him. That was like when I was like 8 or something or 9,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Well, you had to have there's always those Irish blessings. A face without freckles is like a star without a sky
Say
without stars. A
Is
sky
that one
without
you've
stars.
actually heard before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my mom has that on a magnet. I'm like, thanks.
My mom was probably a little older than your mom, I would imagine, since you're a little younger than me. But all of her Irish blessings were like in wood carved ornaments across the house. Yeah,
always a
it would
little-
never have been on a fridge magnet.
Yeah, well, she probably went to Ireland and grabbed one.
Yeah,
One of those
that is
stores.
one of those.
Yeah.
My mom was like, "This is
Yeah.
your grandmother's grandmother."
Oh
had
yes,
this.
the grandmother's
Yeah.
tea set.
Yeah,
They always
that
had
kind
the-
of shit. Yeah,
the
that was
clatter rings and
clatterings. I mean, I still have my mother's wedding ring was a clattering.
nice.
Clattering. I still have
love
that. Yeah,
love those.
I do love a clatter ring.
Me
There is,
too.
it is a kind of it's a classic design for a reason. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people use, but they are like
Cute as fuck.
yeah,
And you can
and
get-
they're very like humble feeling in a way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
just a little band.
yeah, and the crown.
And there's all different ways you could get one.
Yeah,
And
you know the pointing heart thing.
I think so. What is it?
So if I remember correctly, I think if the point of the heart is
Yeah, if it
facing
faces
towards you,
toward- you're
yeah,
taken.
yeah.
If
Which I like that kind of shit a lot.
Yeah, me
like
too. I love
like
that.
the reasoning behind something. Yeah,
Love
like
that.
yeah,
Love that.
yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
Little Celtic knot. My
Yeah.
mom has a Celtic knot tattoo right here.
Oh, on her
Yeah.
on her teeth.
Slut.
Yeah.
Slut. But it used to be a rainbow with a cloud on it.
So she went.
So she covered it.
I had a
Like,
girl.
wow, you're so cool.
Do you have tattoos?
No. No, I can't think of anything to get.
Nothing.
No. What would I get? A little
No.
A little music note right here. What
You
would I
could-
get? I literally have no identity.
That's really bad for a comedian.
City, I know.
You should get Nick Cannon's signature.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah,
Yeah.
right here. Maybe I could get
What would you get? Like
podcast logo.
what? Like it's like that thing. It's like there's other things you enjoy.
I enjoy.
Like what kind of music do you like?
I just like all. I'm not,
You don't have like a favorite one you would like.
I wouldn't say. I say I pop different folk music on every day. Or
Okay. If I opened your Spotify right now, what would probably be on there?
latest, it's been like old school black music, Sly and the Family Stone and stuff.
Okay, that's-
Little
yeah.
disco and
Yeah, so you can't do you don't want to do lyric. Yeah, you know, like I like the underappreciation of people having dumb tattoos and being aware that they're dumb
yeah.
is like one of my favorite like.
What do you
There's
mean?
a bad tattoo. There's bad tattoos.
Yeah, a bad tattoo would
Your
be
mother
like,
had a bad tattoo with the rainbow and the
yes.
yeah.
Or
A
some
tattoo.
Chinese shit.
Yeah,
up
yeah.
here.
That stuff's bad. It's a
Superman on Superman. logo
yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah. That kind of basic shit.
But some people will just toss a slice of pizza.
Yeah, and they're like, I know it's
Yeah.
pretty. Like yeah, and I'm like, you're at least
That's
you're
cute.
yeah, like
Well, you have one right there.
yeah. I have a fair amount.
That says "Be a gift."
Yeah,
That's cute as fuck.
that's a reminder.
That's
Yeah.
a little.
That's a
affirmation.
reminder. Like when I'm very mad from traveling,
Yeah,
if somebody is in my
Yeah.
way, that I don't scream at them for like.
dude. I'm like.
Yeah, because I have to like yeah, and
I'm
thank
like
you.
1
about it.
week away from a Karen moment.
Yeah,
from a
like I
film.
had like I need to actually tell myself that.
Yeah.
Like
I need to check myself.
yeah, so like that's what this is, and it's like yeah,
Yeah.
just kind of a better way to
That's a good one.
be.
I should get one
But-
that says like "Shut the fuck up."
Well, like, what's something that's made you laugh the most?
Oh, I don't know. I like shrooms.
You
I
like-
like when I do shrooms.
okay,
I
what's the
probably
most you've
laughed
laughed on shrooms?
at Maybe Caroline and I doing shrooms and.
What
last-
happened? Like what? Like what was like a big burst?
We were watching The Wedding Singer, and we were playing the Sims music and laughing at it.
I mean, like you could do something there. Like you could do like
Yeah.
Then
you could do a bunch of
emojis.
Sims eating
Emojis.
mushrooms or something. You know,
Sims eating mushrooms. We're
you know,
sending
you
emojis
just have a
to
little
each
fun
other.
with it. Like
Yeah.
you know, like
All right, maybe we'll get tattooed.
I think you should just do something fun. Like
I know I'm so boring.
like I love King of the Hill. It's like one of my favorite shows.
Cute, yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
You know Bobby Hill?
Yeah, do you have that?
No, I want to get him done as an armadillo.
Okay, okay,
yeah,
I love
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So have a little fun with it. You
Okay.
know, like
Yeah.
people overthink tattoos. I have a buddy who's a tattoo artist that says every time he does somebody's first tattoo, they say like, I want like I want a wave, but I want there to be like a sun behind it, and then like everybody goes, "You want 9 tattoos?" Like,
Right.
like
You're trying to put
yeah,
too much
like
in
don't
one.
yeah, don't overthink it. Is
Yes.
what is my point. Yeah,
What if I got like a dick, but it's like a music note?
and there, I mean, it's like a stanza.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like I mean,
Couple eighth
that's
notes.
a pretty great tat.
Something to think
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right, I'll see what I can do.
And and then you have like a Latin word underneath it, like legato or yeah.
Legato or carpe diem,
Yeah.
carpet diem,
Carpet
bush,
diem. Well, like
something like that.
what's did you study music, or did you?
I play piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like what, or like andante, like rapid pace. You know,
Yes,
like,
it's crescendo.
Yeah.
Crescendo, get louder.
Yeah.
That's a good one because it means like be loud.
Yeah.
Women need to be loud, take up space.
How long did you take lessons for? I don't know what your.
I started taking lessons when I was around 5. I played through. I almost went to college for piano performance. Then I realized I don't actually like practicing.
Yeah, it's a very like I was in a bunch of bands and stuff in high school.
Oh, you
and
were?
sang- yeah,
Did
yeah.
you play?
Let
Let me guess. Tuba.
Is that a heavy guy joke?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that.
What'd you play? Trumpet?
No, I was a vocal performance major in college.
What?
Yeah.
Shane.
Also didn't like practicing.
Why the? Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? You're like, I want
Well, it's also
to
like
be...
I saw very quickly how good people are.
Yes.
And
yeah.
it was super intimidating.
It's
and
really
yeah.
intimidating.
And I was like,
Yeah.
this is the thing I love that I don't do well. Yeah.
You were a baritone?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you do opera?
Yeah, I did some because I did like 2 or 3 semesters of vocal training like in college because I sang in bands and I loved music
Yes.
before that. So like I did yeah, I did like a couple bouncy like chairs. I wasn't so like at the end of the semester I would have to audition and show my progress
Yes.
and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
All that shit.
Yeah, so I did what did I do? Do you know the Pirates of Penzance?
Yes.
Not the Pirates. No, Oklahoma. I did
Yes.
with a modern major general.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Give us a little.
no,
Can you give us
no,
a couple?
no. It's
Come
not doing this
on.
for your clips.
Come on. It's not
for
for
your
a
for your
clip. We
gas
wanna-
digit for
you
Louis
think I
J
would
Gomez's
clip this
bank.
up? You think I already?
Of course you would.
think I
You
don't
know
already
what?
know what clips are coming out?
Yeah,
know
I
that-
think you.
Did you know that Lewis also did musical theater?
Did you know that?
J Gomez.
Yes.
Was
Lewis
he
in
was
high
he
s-
beating up gay guys?
I don't
Like,
know. I don't know.
Lewis was on our podcast, and I go, "Did you play?" And he goes, "I don't like sports. I don't like watching sports. I don't like." When I was in high school, they told me I had a what is it called? ODD. It's when you want to go against the grain. So I did musical theater. You're gay. He was in Anything Goes.
he had a defiance disorder. Yeah, oppositional defiance disorder.
Yeah, that's what he
I
said.
think that's
Yeah.
what it is.
That's
I'm
what
not
he
right.
said.
I don't know if I'm right or not.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, but
And,
yeah,
and so he was in Anything Goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's very fun.
Blow, Gabriel, blow. Come on and blow, Gabriel, blow.
You sound pretty good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I was in. I went to a really good high school, so I never had any lead parts because.
Oh, because the kids were very.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
were just,
Yeah.
you know.
I truly did not have like a lot of talent for it. I just loved it. So,
Yeah,
like,
right.
yeah. And then when I got out of the garage and like out of the scene I was in and into college, I was just like, Jesus Christ, I'll never be able to keep up because
Yeah,
I
when-
didn't have any real training or anything like that.
Yeah, when you get exposed to like everyone else and how talented they are.
Yeah, because University of North Texas is like a big, gigantic jazz program.
Okay.
And
cool.
like they've graduated like Nora Jones and Paul Schaefer and
Got
like there's
it.
some very distinguished alumni.
Yes.
And these people were just like, I saw some of them like, and I didn't go to school there. I toured the campus and like looked at
Yeah.
it, and I was just like, this is something
Game
I will
over.
not be able to keep up
Game
with.
over. I stupidly made my dad take a tour of Eastman Music. Have you heard of Eastman?
I'm not familiar.
It's
no.
like on par with Juilliard. I was like, let's go to. The minute I stepped in the building, I was like, no.
Yeah,
It's not.
really?
I heard a
Where's
student practicing. It's in Rochester.
Okay.
Eastman School of Music.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah, I mean, like I had a couple buddies who went to Berkeley, which is like
Yep.
another great
Yep.
school.
So good.
And then it's nice to just kind of be in love with music again.
It is.
Yeah, like
yes.
like
when I dropped it, I was like, this feels good.
yeah, like it, like I very like. I mean, that's the thing I do besides comedies. Like I go see a lot of bands,
Mm-hmm.
and I it's very good to take in art to make art. You know,
Yes,
like
it
it's a
is.
very
Yeah.
valuable. I've said that for a long time probably, but like I just think it's a thing we forget to do.
Yeah.
Because we were so
Agreed.
and we grind ourselves out.
Yeah.
You know, like trying to like
You
get
have to
some.
enrich.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have to
and you
watch
need it very much.
movies,
Yes, yeah. Like
Go
you
to
all,
see shows. Go to
art is
museums,
like, and you need other people to expose you out of your routine to
Agreed.
other shit. you
other
know?
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Totally.
yeah,
Do you
because
watch a lot of movies?
I guess I don't think as many people as much as a lot of people, but like I it's like I don't go to the movies a lot.
But you're up
But
to date.
but then sometimes I won't go see a movie for like months, and then I'll see like 3 in a week.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's kind of like,
Yeah.
and I like I'm always like that was fun. You know,
That
like
was
you should
fun,
do that
yeah.
more. But like
Yeah.
usually more for me, it's like going to see music
Mm-hmm.
live or good episodic television. So
Yes.
like
Yeah.
so that kind of
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I will throw on and like the thing I'm trying to get myself to do is take in a movie that I missed that everybody has talked about or like a famous movie.
That's
like,
good. Yeah, I definitely
like just to
caught up on
see
those.
if it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because sometimes you watch it like Ben-Hur or something like
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, and you're like, this was just an epic of the time. I don't know, like, and I'm just using that. I haven't even seen Ben-Hur,
Right.
but I'm just using this as an example of like, this was huge and massive at the moment.
Right.
Does it sustain the test of time, or is it like too like you know like
Citizen Kane.
yeah like
Absolute snooze fest.
there's like parts of it that I watch it. There are parts of it I watched and like I've like kind of like look at it, I'm like this is like half the shots in it look like just a still picture, you know, and they're kind of beautiful
Yes.
in that way.
Mhm.
And then sometimes you're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Let's
so
watch
like
this
some,
on 2-speed.
and then but if you really think about it, it's kind of interesting because like how they made something so massive like Ben-Hur without all the stuff we have today
It's
to make
crazy. Yeah.
like you know like
Yeah.
so there's like these other ways to appreciate it
Yeah.
if you're thinking about it.
I
Yeah.
love old movies. I love movies from the 70s. I love movies like that show that men and women still have the same problems back then that they do now.
Yeah.
Fire.
Do you have do you see a lot of movies?
Yeah, in the past year, I caught up, like you said, on all the movies because I wasn't raised to watch all these movies, and like past couple years, I caught up on every movie that everyone has been talking about.
Oh,
over the years.
yeah,
I saw
the past
Matrix for the first time.
sick movie.
And sick.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
Like
loved it.
even though it's like I guess the special effects at the time
Yeah,
were like
still loved it.
Yeah. I guess they're a little dated looking probably by
Yeah.
now, but like still
Still fire.
yeah, okay.
I watched,
because the story's so good.
Yeah, so good. Matrix.
And that's kind of all
stuff like
that's not all you need, but that is like the most important part still.
that's really it.
yeah.
That's really it. And Magnolia and
Yeah, I like yeah.
crap, all this crap that I missed out on.
Paul F. Tompkins has a great bit about he's friends with Paul Thomas Anderson, I guess.
Nice.
And
Who
he was
randomly is married to Maya Rudolph.
yeah, which is a little nuts.
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson will cast comedians and some of his stuff in little bit parts and like, but he talked about how he got put in Magnolia. He has a story about doing a table read for Magnolia, and basically Paul Thomas Anderson invites him to his house and he's like, you know, come over, like we're gonna do a table read. It'll be on this day, and you know, like it'll be a lot of fun. No pressure, you know. And he goes,
Yeah.
okay, great. And he gives the address and he goes. So I pull up to his house, and it's, you know, a mansion. And so I'm already like, this is crazy. Why am I doing it?
What
And then,
the
like,
fuck?
everyone, like, the assistant comes up and goes, have you read the script yet? And he goes, I didn't get one. And they go, and they hand him the script because they're like, basically, like, you're trying out for a few different parts in this table read. Like, they're all
Okay.
small bit parts.
Yeah.
So,
Just do them all.
yeah. And then she's like, it's a thing. So he's just like, Magnolia's a long movie. So,
Yeah.
like, he's just like circling all these, like, lines he has to nail. And then
Oh
it's
my
like,
God.
and then it's like as he's doing this, famous people are sitting down at the table
Oh my
for the table.
God.
It's so
Insane.
fucking funny, and
Yeah.
it just like, and then finally like there's one chair left, and the person who sits next to him is Tom Cruise.
Cruise,
Yeah, and he goes, "Hi, I'm Tom." And he goes,
Hi, I
"I'm
know.
sorry, is it Tom?
Yeah.
Why don't you just say most famous person?"
Yeah, like, you didn't have to do
But it's
that.
like a very funny bit.
That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
yeah.
Well, Shane, thank you for coming through.
Are
to
we
the Met
done
House.
already?
Yes. I'm so sad.
What
but I
time is
appreciate
it?
you saying that about that you have to, because we go out, we get enriched. And every time I say
Are you
that,
really?
I'm-
You're doing like yeah. You're not being. I
No,
don't
I'm
think you're being
serious.
sarcastic.
But every
but
time I say,
I always share
every
shit
time-
like this, and I feel like people are gonna be like, what's he talking about?"
Every time I say I'm at a museum, people go,
Best thing.
or if I have a book with me, what, you read?
Yeah, yeah,
The fuck?
What do you,
And it
uh,
makes me better at stand up and
yeah, and also you
thinking and
just like
well-rounded.
you will
and-
choose better words if you read,
Yeah.
like for your act.
and
You know,
na-
like
yeah, narratives
Yeah.
and
Where you at on the
ways
road
that
this
a
weekend?
story can unfold. I'm going this weekend to Vancouver. I'm doing the Just for Laughs.
oh, nice.
Then
Yeah.
Rooster T. Feathers in outside of San Francisco.
Yeah. Oh, in Sunnyvale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sunnyvale.
That room is
It's kind of a historic room, right?
yes, it's a classic room, but it is interesting. Do you know what Pong is or was?
Pong as in beer? As in
Not exactly.
Ping?
What? Kind of.
Michael,
Pong was
Michael
one of-
Pong, the guy who told you you had freckles.
Michael Wu.
Thank you,
No,
Jorge.
no, Bill Pong of YouTube fame. Pong is like a very old video. It's one of the first video games where there's like.
Oh yes. Okay. Oh yeah.
The first place it was ever put in public is that room.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's an interesting.
Oh, we're definitely playing some Pong there.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to. If you can make your way up to San Francisco from there,
I
The museum-
can because I'm renting a car.
you
So,
can. Yeah,
I'm
you should
gonna rent a car.
go. I think it's the Man, but I'm not sure if that's the right name. But it's in Golden Gate Park,
Okay.
and the museum is like.
I'll check it out.
I had a day there that I was like, I was in San Francisco at the Punch, and I was like, I need a day of like.
Yeah.
And that museum's fucking like you're gonna
I'll
feel
check it
good.
out.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
sounds great.
Yeah,
Thank you. And then
you got to go to City Lights. Is the
Okay.
the bookstore is really good.
Okay, sounds
yeah,
great.
It's very famous.
Sounds
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I'll get some books to give to Caroline that I never read before.
Yeah.
Shane, remind us again where we can find you.
www.punchup.live/Shane Torres for tickets. ShaneIsAComedian.com. Shane Torres across all platforms. And on Shane Torres 1000 on YouTube. And I got a forthcoming podcast with the great Catherine Blandford. It's not out yet, but please keep an eye out for it.
And what's it going to be called?
We don't have a name yet,
Perfect.
but we're leaning towards Coastal Idiots.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Check out Shane. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I had a great time.
I had a nice time, too.
I had a nice time.
Can I say your blowjob thing was so fucking graphic?
Oh,
It was
okay.
crazy. All right. That's the show.
Peace.